Live from WRAL News headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Coming up, a closer look at some changes to the Raleigh St. Patrick's Day Parade. What you need to know before you go.
Whoa, didn't see you there. Coming up, we'll see if we can recycle one of these takeout containers.
And why local activists believe affordable housing will restore this sense of community to a Raleigh neighborhood.
The Raleigh St. Patrick's Day Parade is just an hour away. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Lovett.
And I'm Rafael de los Santos. There are new safety measures in place for participants this year. Nakaya Carter is live in downtown Raleigh with a look ahead to today's event. Nakaya?
Yes, we are right here on Fayetteville Street, where in less than an hour, these streets are going to be filled with green. Organizers are expecting for a great turnout, but things will be a little different this year. Music, dancing, bagpipers, lots of green, but for the first time, no motorized vehicles in the annual Raleigh St. Patrick's Day Parade.
That's how we're keeping everybody safe.
That decision comes more than a year after the tragic death of 11-year-old Haley Brooks, killed by a runaway truck at the 2022 Raleigh Christmas Parade. The city banned all motor vehicles in Raleigh parades in March 2023.
Well, just because we're a non-vehicle parade doesn't mean it won't be fun. We'll still have lots of marching bands, lots of music, and lots of dancers.
Deborah Enright has been the Volunteers Committee Director for the St. Patrick's Day Parade for 14 years now and says there's nothing like being a part of the Irish community in Raleigh.
We all live here in Raleigh or the surrounding communities, and we want to support Raleigh.
One of this year's sponsors is the Hibernian Irish Pub here on Glenwood Avenue, and they will be hosting the official after party after the parade.
We want to keep the tradition of the parade alive.
The Irish restaurant has been preparing for the weekend's festivities for over 3 months, and General Manager Wes Alexander is ready for visitors to stop in.
All this stuff is sitting on the shelf is what we normally do. All the stuff you see on the floor is obviously new. I've got 18 cases of Jameson. You see the high noons. Alexander is hoping for the look of the Irish as he and his staff get ready for this weekend's festivities. We're going to prepare for the best. We want everybody to leave the parade and grab a +1 and then come to the pub. That's what we're hoping this year. And as you can tell, I'm already in my Irish green, so don't forget to wear your green. Organizers are expecting for the parade to start at 10 a.m. so you might want to get here a little early so you can find some parking and avoid traffic. This is Nakaya Carter live in downtown Raleigh, WRAL News. Thanks, Rafael.
Thanks, Nakaya, and you look great in that green, but the weather looks mild and breezy for the start of the parade. Dara Getter is in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Dara, will the luck of the Irish hold out for us?
Yeah, Rafael, luck is on our side today. We're looking at gorgeous conditions, no rain just yet. We're partly sunny and mild. You might just want that light sweater. Temperatures are in the low 60s and it is pretty breezy with that northerly component of the wind making it feel a little bit chillier. I am tracking a strong cold front that has already put our southern counties under a freeze watch. I'll let you know when that front arrives and the rain that's associated with it as we head into the beginning of the work week coming up in the next half hour.
The Raleigh St. Patrick's Day Parade isn't the only celebration happening in town. The city is hosting a family-friendly scavenger hunt in the downtown area starting in Moore Square. Green drinks will be flowing all day long at the Tap Yard with cocktails created just for St. Patty's Day weekend. And for those who are not looking to not only test their luck, but also their speed, the Chatham YMCA is hosting a 5K and 10K Leprechaun Dash. Registration for that event is online.
We're getting a closer look into the future for a neighborhood in Raleigh. WRAL's Mayor Famet is live in the Idlewild community where the change is taking place. Mayor?
Lauren, though it may not look like we're seeing much here, I just want you to imagine, in just a few months, this historic community will change. Just across Lavelle Moulton Park sits a vacant lot that won't be vacant much longer.
It's always hard to imagine.
Kevin Campbell is the executive director of Raleigh Area Land Trust. The trust is partnering with Raleigh Rays and the city of Raleigh to bring affordable homes to the historic Idlewild community.
It's really known as like the first area in Raleigh that allowed African Americans to be homeowners.
Within a matter of months, 18 homes will fill this empty space right here, transforming this vacant lot from this to this. The goal? To restore a sense of community and financial security in an ever-changing city.
Something that we hear from people is that to be able to be in a place where you know your neighbors, you feel connected to them, is very important.
Where would we be without community?
Community activist Vicki Hewitt McNeil has lived in Raleigh for 36 years. She says over those decades, the sense of community has been lost as housing has gotten more expensive.
Our legislatures, the General Assembly needs to understand, we need to look at that group. This is the group that is 1 foot out of being homeless.
Although 18 affordable units hardly compare to the thousands of residents in need, Kevin Campbell says this will be life-changing for the families.
Because homeownership not just provides housing, which is important, but also provides families an ability to build wealth.
The project will break ground this summer and be completed in 2025. Live in Raleigh, I'm Mayor Famet with WRAL.
For those of you who are new to Raleigh, Idlewild was the first place where enslaved people in the city could own their own homes. NCCU men's basketball coach Lavelle Moten is spearheading the initiative, which recently received $700,000 from the city. Once complete, there will be 18 cottage-style homes, 14 for sale and 4 for rent.
Carytown Council members approved an affordable housing program that is designed to help people affected by redevelopment. Many people who attended the meeting live in a mobile home community named Chatham Estates. Those residents fear they will not be able to find other affordable housing in Cary. The town partnered with Dorcas Ministries for the program called Stable Homes Cary. More than $500,000 will provide relocation assistance for low-income residents over 3 years. Wake County homeowners, check your mailboxes. A letter with the new tax value of your homes is coming your way. The county mailed out those notices today. The average residential property increased by 53% since the last revaluation 4 years ago. Tax bills across the county will be based on these new values. This comes at a time when mortgage rates remain higher than a year ago and insurance companies want to raise homeowners' rates. County commissioners will set the tax rate in June.
The number of teens using a cannabis compound known as Delta-8 is on the rise. Unlike marijuana, there are no age restrictions for buying Delta-8 products in most states where the product is legal. Researchers say more than 1 in 10 teens in America use the products at least once in the past year. There are no large medical studies to show exactly how it affects the body, but some researchers worry it could impact brain development. Durham-based Eli Lilly is teaming up with Amazon to offer home delivery. The service will include medications like weight loss treatment Zepbound and other drugs for obesity, diabetes, and migraines. The new direct-to-consumer service will be called Lilly Direct. Amazon Pharmacy will provide 2-day delivery of the medications for people with Prime memberships.
Hundreds of people lined up inside Ashworth's drugstore to make their final purchases before the business closes for good. Ralph and Daphne Ashworth opened the drugstore back in 1957. Their son managed the store for the past 30 years and wanted to retire, but they couldn't find anyone to take his place. You can find out more about Ashworth's final day on WRAL.com. In case you're wondering where to go for prescriptions, Ashworth sold the drug stock to Walgreens.
Coming up after the break.
It really put the faith back in humanity for me.
Local musician gets a second chance at life when a neighbor says she'll help him out.
Also, how one new playground is making an impact on the community for children of all abilities.
Some say it's a chore to haul recycling out to the curb every other week. Others say it's a civic duty. AJ Patel joins us live with one town's effort to help citizens know what to do with waste.
Yeah, as you can see, March 17th right here is circled in as St. Patrick's Day, but March 18th, well, that's also another green holiday in March, Global Recycling Day. And the town of Cary has been handing out stickers and magnets, educating their residents on how to properly dispose of waste. Take a look. It's a Thursday ritual, Recycling Day, and Cary residents are good at it. Just ask Kathy Gabig how much she loves recycling.
We're pretty serious about it. We try to keep all of the recycling out of the trash, and our recycling bin is pretty much full every 2 weeks.
The contamination rate, or the stuff you can't process at recycling facilities, is 12% in Cary, while the state average is over 19%.
It's a direct reflection of our citizens' efforts.
Shreshna Guilford is the town of Cary's waste strategy consultant.
We're helping them to recycle all that they can.
The town of Cary has been handing out these magnets and stickers telling people what can be recycled and what can't be. But if you don't know, you can always scan this QR code and it'll bring up the Waste Wizard.
Search any item and find out how to dispose of it.
It's like having your own personal Shreshna. Is this recyclable?
Absolutely.
Here, a little cardboard box.
Yes.
The takeout box from the restaurants.
That's right. Takeout boxes are a no.
Like the pizza boxes, I know don't go in there, so we roll them up and put them in the trash, and we're trying to keep the recycling clean.
Clean waste not heading to the landfill. Yeah, I'll tell you what, our photojournalist Richard and I, as we were chasing after that trash can, which was crushing up a bunch of these water bottles, we did notice those stickers and those magnets on recycling cans. So back at the studio, make sure you're taking these water bottles, chucking it right in the recycling can. Reporting from Raleigh, AJ Patel, WRAL News.
Staying on the recycling theme, a facility in Wake County wants to give residents a behind-the-scenes look at its recycling process. The Sunoco Recycling Facility in East Raleigh hopes the event encourages the community to recycle the right kinds of materials. Anyone 18 and older who can climb stairs is invited on April 22nd. Visit WRAL.com to learn how to pre-register. And Cary's food waste program is adding another drop-off location after popular demand. The new site is at Mills Park on Mills Park Drive. It accepts the same materials as the first location at Cary Citizens Convenience Center, including coffee grounds, paper towels, and pizza boxes. The free program was designed to keep foods out of landfills. So far, it has composted 80 tons of food scraps.
The death rate among mothers in the U.S. may be a lot lower than the CDC first thought. Researchers say the reason for the miscount of deaths may be because of pregnancy checkboxes on death certificates. That data indicates whether a woman was pregnant around the time of her death. However, it does not indicate whether the pregnancy was a factor. March is National Kidney Month, and organizations across the country are spreading the word about how to keep your kidneys healthy. WRAL's Daniela Cazares joins us live. And Daniela, you spoke with a local singer who says kidney disease changed his life.
I'm here at the Lincoln Theater, where Jason Adamo played his guitar for many of his fans. But he wasn't always able to do that. 13 years ago, he learned he needed a kidney transplant. Jason Adamo has been playing music all his life.
Tell me I'm your man.
For the past decade, you can hear more pain in his songs, as his pain increased from polycystic kidney disease.
They get to the size of footballs, and they could weigh up to 15, 20 pounds each.
His kidneys were deteriorating, and he needed a transplant.
I was introduced to Jenna, and the rest is history.
Jenna, my next-door neighbor, was just listed for a kidney transplant.
Jenna Kovacic was ready to donate. They were nearly a perfect match, but Adamo's body wouldn't accept the kidney. So they turned to the Alliance for Paired Kidney Donation, which uses a Nobel Prize-winning algorithm to match one incompatible pair with another.
And then my kidney ended up coming from the country of Denmark.
Went into a cooler and is now somewhere in Denver.
Whether you're a living donor or registered to donate after death, Kovacic and Adamo say you can make a difference.
Lives were able to be saved by, it was a major surgery, but like I said, I feel no different. My life has only gotten better since donating.
It really put the faith back in humanity for me. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and it's just nice to have real life experience and stories to tell of great human beings.
Stories to tell and a song to sing. To see Adamo live yourself, he'll be performing at the Cary Theater on April 13th. Daniela Cazares, live in Raleigh, WRL News.
Thanks, Daniela. Still ahead, a new attraction that has families driving long distances to visit.
This playground may look like any other playground in the local community, but coming up, I'll show you how it plays with all the 5 senses.
You're looking live at beautiful downtown Raleigh on WRAL Camera Network and watching WRAL News available on Spectrum and the WRAL app on your TV or streaming device. A new playground in Wake Forest is not only breaking barriers, but it is creating opportunities for children with all abilities to reimagine fun in their local community.
WRAL's Deja Williams is live at a playground with what parents are saying about it.
Yeah, well, we all miss going to the park and getting on the swings and climbing on those monkey bars, but let's not forget how difficult it was to sometimes making it all the way down that slide. Well, not for kids at Holding Park. We spoke with one parent about how this particular playground is impacting her daughter.
Right, we can spin on the merry-go-round.
Fun just got a little more accessible.
There's nothing quite like this one because they really thought of everything.
Stephanie Kung and her daughter, Rosalie, make the 40-minute drive once a week to Holding Park. To this new $1.5 million inclusive playground in Wake Forest.
I am so excited about this playground because there are not very many playgrounds like this in the area in general.
The Jungle Gym has a wheelchair accessible ramp, rides and slides, and even a merry-go-round that kids like Rosalie can enjoy. But it also has details that you might miss.
You might not notice it at first, but if you look right above this musical element, there's a light fixture designed with holes, so that way when the sun is peeking right down on this xylophone, children are really able to engage with the colors and engage with their visual senses.
City Parks and Recreation Director Ruben Wall says the need for a playground like this became more apparent during COVID when kids were outside more.
We needed to provide a space where all citizens can go together. And so that brought about the idea of building an inclusive playground.
You're doing it! Stephanie Kung says it means a lot to see her daughter play without limitations.
So often people who are impacted by disability are left on the sidelines. They're excluded because of all these barriers to access. If you don't have access, you cannot have inclusion. Do you want to get on? All right, climb on.
This playground has room for everyone.
Holding Park was funded by the American Rescue Plan, and now every child with every ability can ride, slide, and spin their way to happiness. I'm Deja Williams in Raleigh, WRAL News.
Planners in Chapel Hill need your help designing a new inclusive playground. The town is planning to put that playground in at Chapel Hill Community Center Park. This is a conceptual image of what it may look like. It aims to create a space where kids of all abilities can play together.
The town is hosting a forum tonight at the Chapel Hill Community Center to get thoughts from the community. It's happening from 6 to 8 tonight. There is also an online survey available on the Town Parks and Recreation Department's website.
Today is the grand opening for a new massive park in Apex, and families can't wait. Pleasant Park is a whopping 92 acres located off Pleasant Plains Road. It features a 35-foot tall slide and a 1.5-acre playground called the Enchanted Forest with inclusive play villages. You can check out 6 multi-purpose fields, tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. The park will be open daily from 6:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. A ribbon cutting will be held at 10 a.m.
You can find these and more stories by the student journalists in the 2024 CBC-UNC Diversity Fellowship on WRAL.com. Search Fellowship.
Thank you for watching this special newscast produced by the fellows participating in the CBC-UNC Diversity Fellowship. I'm Lauren Lovett.
And I'm Rafael de los Santos. Have a great day.